What's going on, guys? Justin with Z1 Off-Road. Today we've got a much anticipated release for you. So these are our updated grill lights, Raptor-style lights for the updated facelifted 25 plus Nissan Frontier. So what we've done is we've extended the harness to allow us the spacing on the wider sections of the grills. And we also have a low profile clip as well that we also use on the 05 to 09 Xterras that will fit directly in here. Real quick and easy. You've seen these installs before. They go in just the same way as the ones before, but let me show you real quick on how to do that. You're gonna need two tools. You're gonna need a trim removal tool and a T15 Torx bit. So now that we're under the hood, we're gonna pop off these first 6 clips here. The cowl shield on. More. All right, so first 6 plastic clips are out. You have 2 T15 Torx heads holding the actual tray onto the grill. So we'll remove those. One. Okay. You have 4 clips on the top of your grill. Just need to get pushed out. Now remove that tray. All right, so now that we got all the grill clips unhooked, we just unplugged the camera, and now our grill is wide open, and we're gonna take you over to the tailgate and show you how these clips go on. All right, so now that we have the grill of the truck securely on the back of the tailgate, we got some foam paper so we don't scratch it up when we flip it over. We have these new low profile grill light clips. They're gonna come with all your hardware. Same as before, we're gonna have zip ties, secure the harness to this little section here. We have zip ties to secure the Raptor light harness to the actual clip itself to keep all your wiring up out of the way. Each one of them has 2 set screws. This will actually attach the grill to the bracket itself, or the bracket to the grill itself. You don't want to screw these all the way in yet. See how they start protruding through? That's what's actually going to secure it to the grill. And then, you guys have asked for it, now we offer these in a clear white light, just like the old one. Slide right on these studs, and then use these 5.5 millimeter nuts to secure it to the actual bracket itself. They don't need to be super tight, but we're gonna cinch them down with the wrench real fast. Little 5.5 millimeter guy. All right, so now that we got that, on the 25 grills, the spacing's a little bit wider, so we extended the harness, but we're gonna use these outer 4. So put you on the outside. We'll simply click in the middle. You can center it how you want. So they simply just tighten to the top flange here. You center them however you want to. We put ours right in the middle, and you can see, nice low profile clip there. Now we just need 3 more. Just gotta build these other little clips. We have 2 of each one of these. And we have 3 of our lights. Satisfying peel. There's a little DOT signal on there. Doesn't matter which way they go on, but I like to keep those upright. So they're just gonna simply slide down there, center them up as much as possible, or wherever you like them, and just tighten the thumb screws down. Like I said, you can probably do this while the grill is attached to the truck still, but for video purposes, to show you guys, this is way easier for you guys all to see what we're doing. There's the rear of your grill, and as you can see, they sit nice and flush in there. So let's go stick it back in the truck. Now that we got our wiring harness hooked into our clips onto the grill, we're just gonna clip the grill back into the front fascia. Nice and simple, like. There. All right, so now that we got our grill back installed, I'm just gonna make sure that my harness is above this little rubber trim piece above my shutters, just to keep them out of any moving areas. We're gonna snake our harness through this hole in the core support. I'm just gonna go right underneath here. We're gonna have that tray that's gonna cover this. I'm gonna pass it along underneath our coolant pump controller. You're gonna see some extra wires under here just for our supercharger and things like that. So if you don't have all that, don't worry about it. I'm gonna pop our fuse panel off here. We also have some audio stuff in here too. This guy just slides right out of here. There it goes. We'll work that out. All right, so before we start the wiring and get undoing those fuses, we're gonna just disconnect the negative battery terminal just so we don't accidentally short anything out. All right, so what we're gonna be using is we're gonna be using this 10 amp ABS fuse right here. You can easily pull that guy out. Now, since our added fuse came with a 5, but we're putting it in a spot for a 10, we're just gonna use the fuses that come along with it. I'm gonna plug that guy right back in. We just removed the 10 amp ABS fuse. We have a 5 amp into our added fuse, but we're also gonna add the 10 amp for the ABS fuse as well. Simply plug it into the slot, okay? And then this is going directly in that same spot. All right, so now that's in there. I'm gonna slide our fuse panel back into spot. All right, so now that we have our fuse installed, what we're gonna need to do is snip the corner of this cover just so we can pass this line through and not get it pinched. Should be able to bring that back. There you go. Last thing on the wiring, we just need to hook up this little ring terminal. We're gonna use this as our ground here. Any non-painted surface to the body should be fine. We'll run our ring terminal through here, back into that same nut. Last thing before buttoning everything up, we're just gonna reconnect our negative terminal. I'm gonna use a zip tie. I'm gonna zip tie this harness up out of the way, keep it from flopping and potentially hanging down. So outer one here, because this is a non-utilized hole, just to keep the zip tie up and out of the way of all the moving components down there. Cut off the end. I'm gonna reinstall a little tray. Action. Clip it back into the clips on top of the grill. I'm gonna pop in these plastic retainer clips. All right. All right. I'm gonna check to see if it works. So that completes the install of your 25 plus Nissan Frontier grill lights. If you need some white ones, if you have a 25 grill that needs that extra spacing in the harness, shop now at z1offroad.com today.